With Zach Werenski here in the dressing room. Zach, this is a real character win, isn't it? I mean, you go down to almost the final minute of this game and then find a way to get that goal to tie it before you win it in overtime.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty by any means tonight. They're a pretty big team, and they take up a lot of neutral zone. They're good in the defensive zone, so we didn't create much, but Boone does a great job there tipping that puck with under 2 minutes left to tie it, and then Luke obviously in overtime with a big play. So we found a way to get 2 points, and that's the most important thing.
And you weren't shy to shoot it tonight. You had the power play goal early on, then you threw that puck to the net that Boone tips. And it looked like you were making the right reads, getting moves to create shooting lanes tonight.
Yeah, like I said, they're good in their D zone. They're strict man on man, so I was just trying to find some open ice and put pucks on net. That's kind of one way to break them down. So whenever I could, I was trying to find a way to put pucks there, and one finds its way in, and then Boone obviously with a great tip there to for the second goal.
How much are you guys learning with each and every successful game like this one? Just about you know each other, but it looks like you're learning as a team right now, starting to find it a bit.
Yeah, obviously we're battling a lot of injuries, so we got to find a way to to win games and get 2 points. I think everyone's kind of stepping up a little bit. But yeah, I think we feel really good in this locker room right now. We're a comfortable group with each other. We're confident, and just got to keep it going now.
Yeah, it's not easy when you lose a guy that last year had 41 goals and is finding his groove right now, and he goes out of the game like Cam did tonight.
Yeah, it's really tough. Cam's been really good for us as of late, scoring a bunch of goals, some big goals. So it's tough to see him go down. But like I said, guys stepped up tonight and found a way to get 2 points.
Thanks, Zach.
Yep.
Zach Werenski talking to us in the dressing room. Let's go over here and get Boone Jenner, who tipped in that tying goal late in the third period. Let's listen in with Boone here.
I know that you guys don't want to think about injuries, all the time and how many of them are stacking up, but they are stacking up. There's a lot of them. What can you guys gain out of this, being able to stay competitive and win games, the fact that, half the guys are out?
We've been talking about it. It's an opportunity for every one of us to step up and come together and get the wins. More as a team, obviously. When we're down a couple guys and we lose a couple more tonight, you got to come together. That's the only way to get through it and get on the right side of those games.
You guys feel that ultimately, you'll get those guys back eventually, that you guys could be a better team for what you're going through right now?
Yeah, we're just focused on our game right now. Gotta keep chipping away here and getting some points. I think as we keep going, we got to keep building.
Boone, in a game where it was so tough for a lot of the third period to get to the net, you find a way to do it there when you needed it the most and get in there and get that tip. Just tell me about that play and finding that spot in front so you could be there to tip that puck.
Yeah, we talked about it, a couple minutes before that if it got to that situation where everyone's kind of going to be, and I think off the face-off we did a good job of just having some poise, getting set up to where we wanted it, and Z made a shot when he saw one, so I was just lucky enough to get stick on it.
When Zach has the puck, how confident are you as a forward that he's going to get it to the net? Because he seems to have that knack to find a way to get a shot through traffic.
For sure he does. You see it, throughout the whole game. He's got that quick release that can surprise guys. So I'm just trying to kind of get in front of his eyes and be ready for a shot.
How big is this one for you guys to turn it around right at the very end and win it in overtime like you did?
Yeah, it's a good win. About finding a way, and I think. Like I said earlier, the first 2 periods I don't think were, our best, and we knew that. We knew we had to push a little bit more in the third, and I thought we did that, and we were lucky enough to get it done.
Thanks, Bill. Boone Jenner talking to us here in the dressing room. Let's get something from the guy that scored the game winner before it's all said and done here in Pierre-Luc Dubois.
We have injuries. For them, it's an opportunity. They think to come in and get 2 points, so we got to stay sharp, and when the guys come back, we got to keep going because we're moving forward right now, and we got to keep moving forward.
This is an awful lot of guys out, though. I mean, does it ever get to a point where you're like, are you kidding me, him too?
Yeah, well, Beaker kind of rough 2 games he had, getting the puck in the face, and then next game in the slap shot on the hand. But that's just the way it is. It's a physical sport. It's a dangerous sport. But like I said, when guys go down, it's an opportunity for some guys to jump up. Bring some new energy and get a good opportunity.
How good did it feel to see that puck go in? Great pass by Mike Wasabi.
Yeah, it was a really nice pass by him. To be honest, I thought it went in, but I wasn't sure. And I turned around, so I was like, hey, if it's not in, out of position here. But I was just happy it went in. And Gus made a really nice pass.
Can I ask you about that play in general? Zach comes on the ice, and you're back there near him, and I'm watching it, and I think maybe you're going to leave it for Zach, but you just take off straight up the ice. I mean, was that the plan the whole way?
Yeah, I saw Jonesy was going for a change, so I didn't want to go up right away because I didn't have any support if I couldn't beat my guy. I knew Zach was going to come and curl. And that was going to open space for me, and man, I could have passed it to Z, but I wanted to get that there forward, skating backwards, because I thought that's a foot race I could win, and Gus cut to the middle, which was perfect because it created even more space because he brought through a D wide, so it was a perfect play. Z doesn't get an assist on that, but just him curling and him getting the speed on the wing. It moves their guy, gives me space.
How nice was it to finally find some room to skate, because there wasn't very much of it in this game tonight? I mean, those guys are big, and they clogged it up pretty well. Just the fact that you could finally get the legs moving and finish that game like that.
Yeah, it was huge. They're a big team. They play well defensively without the puck. They clog the neutral zone, even in the offensive zone, and our offensive zone, their D zone. They play good man on man, so it was huge to get some room to skate. But we did a good job of moving the puck and creating space.
Skating was great. The finish was even better. Congratulations on a big win.
Thank you.
Joined by Jody Shelley right now for his take on tonight's game.
Well, it wasn't pretty, Bob, and there were some great saves and key moments, and the LA Kings came out and scored first, but I never really felt like the Blue Jackets were out of this. Love the fact that they pulled their goalie and got that goal, because usually we've seen it, the goalie leaves, the puck goes in the net, and the air goes out of the building. So they pulled the goalie, but before that, you could sense that a few veterans were just not going to let this happen. Boone Jenner was one of those guys. He was so good on the faceoff dot tonight. In overtime, he made great plays. He made a great play to get the play to overtime, and then overtime he was out there to start it because he had that in him. Dubois stepped it up in overtime. I felt like he knew he was going to score the goal when he picked it up behind the net. Give and go. What a play by Nyquist. But you're right. I heard you talking about injuries when I walked in. Atkinson leaves. Savard wasn't here. They've got a number of excuses they can use. But good teams and great teams don't use excuses. They find ways to get it done. And I thought John Tortorella, at the halfway point of the game, he pulled everyone in and said, hey, this is not happening. This is important. Stay with our game. They stuck with it, and great to see him get the win in the end.
The way the third period played out, did that goal seem inevitable to you, or did you feel like it was going to come the whole time?
No,
Jenners?
I don't know. I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm just happy that it's such a screwed up goal, the second goal, that I'm happy that didn't beat us. I don't think we generated a whole bunch, but we just stayed with it and tried to get through it, get through the neutral zone. They played a tough man-on-man defense. Takes us to the end where the goalie pulled to score. We've had a lot of those go the wrong way in an empty net in ours, and we found a way tonight.
With the young people in the lineup, with what you've got going on here, how important is it for Zach Werenski to step up and have the kind of night like you had tonight, contributing offensively the way he did?
Yeah, he made some good plays. Him and Jonesy played a lot. I thought did some really good things, although at times the power play looked like it was sputtering. I thought he calmed things down on the power play for us. Got us out of our end zone at certain times. Remember, he's been out for a while, too. Hasn't got much practice time. Hasn't played a lot of games since his injury. So that's the key for him. He can get us out of our end zone. That's something we really missed when he was out.
John, just that whole group on the blue line has seen so much change, turnover. How pleased are you with how they are responding? Not just the players that started the season here, but the players who are coming up.
Yeah, I'm pleased, but I'm more happy for them. Carly's in there, and Harry's been sitting out, and it's just one of those things that's going on with our club right now, with so many different people coming in and out, not just for the back end, but for the whole group. They should feel good about themselves in finding a way here tonight, and the back end is playing hard. I thought Carly gave us some good minutes. I was just at my desk trying to put a lineup and see who we're going to bring up and talk. We had some discussions on that. We'll try to finalize that tomorrow.
Have you talked to the trainers yet about camp?
I have not talked to the trainers, no.
a couple of your guys, Gus and Zach, said that they're having fun right now. How important is it that that's their mentality, even as they're grinding out wins and seeing teammates go in and out of the lineup, John?
Well, I think it goes in this order. In you win, it's fun to win. We're finding ways. Although tonight was, we've scored some goals. I go back talking to a player about a month ago on another team, just talking about the lack of energy that we seem to have. That's when we weren't scoring any goals. He says, no team's going to have energy unless you score goals. I think that helps. I do think they had a little bit of a bunker mentality as we banged up. We've watched Pittsburgh do that all year long. We're kind of following along that way. So I'm glad they're having fun. That's what you're supposed to do here.
A few years back, Carlson was such a revelation to you late in the season and in the playoffs. I think he's the 10th guy to dress for you on the blue line this year. Where has he been? What's happened to him? That's
really, really good reports on him this year. Last year, banged up, had problems with his back. I've received for the past month nothing but great reports on him. I've got to watch the video and watch his game. I think he played 11 or 12 minutes. It's there. We saw it when he came. We threw him right into that Pittsburgh series, and he just hung it out there and just played. So I'm really encouraged by the reports from Clarkey and Yarmo and the people I talked to about how he's playing. As you see, you never have enough defensemen. And so I'm encouraged that the reports is how he's played this year.
Was there something beyond the injuries, though, before last year, just that took him off the radar screen so far? Because, I mean, he was almost projected to be a guy for you this year.
I have my thoughts. I'm not going to give them to you. It's something it was something out of his control. I have some thoughts on that, but I can't talk about it here.